Now we're really starting to get interesting. Alien Earth, episode 3. This is starting to dip into the stuff that I was hoping for from this series because it's starting to get a little bit existential. It's honestly, this episode in particular is starting to bear more resemblance to Blade Runner than it is to Alien, and I am 100% on board with that. Look, I love Alien, but I also love Blade Runner, and Blade Runner has been better at exploring ideas. And if they're going to do some Blade Runner ass questioning of what makes a human, what makes a machine through the hybrids and the synths and the cyborgs and whatnot, I frankly am all here for it. I think there is a lot more mileage to be dug out of that than just here's the freaking xenomorph again, which spoilers, just a heads up, brings me to the note that I'm glad they killed the initial xenomorph right off the bat. Look, we've got eggs. We've got eggs and face huggers. There's going to be more. So if you're here for the xeno, it'll be back. But like for right now, good. I'm glad it's dead. Let's do some other stuff right now. And I'm loving the glimpses that we're really getting into the mind of the boy genius, the head of Prodigy. The that he talks back to his android who is smarter than him, but he refuses to comprehend that notion. When the android gives a very reasonable explanation for why, he can't do a million things at once and he has to pick and choose, the little dickhead just goes, you're supposed to be better than human. All I'm hearing is excuses like, sometimes the answer's no, buddy. And I know you never want to hear no. Sometimes the answer's no. That's going to bite him in the rear end real bad. I'm really enjoying what they're doing with the other hybrids, the Lost Boys. I like that they've, the blend of the childishness. I love the two of them just being like, bro, and like catching each other up on what was going on. That was the most adorable thing. I loved that. And having that bond and having like knowing that they are understanding far more complicated ideas than an actual child could understand, but still ultimately being more child than anything else in terms of their behavior. And you've got the one who's, asking the questions, why is it Peter Pan? Why did Wendy get to pick? And, these, again, starting to lean into some of the bigger, more existential questions, like Morrow is also asking, when is a machine a machine? The one thing that throws me a little bit off about Morrow is he seems to still be relatively cutting edge, at least in terms of what he seems to be capable of doing. Because, and that strikes me as odd because, like, he's 65 years away from Earth. Shouldn't he be out of date? I suppose on the one hand, it mostly works because the technology that like he's doing the interface with is his own ship. So like, okay. But also like he's got whatever the little thing is he slipped onto. Was it Slightly? I think it was Slightly. That he's now able to talk to him like, okay, obviously there aren't like screeners and scans for this thing. So like it's got to be relatively high end. It kind of makes me wonder, like, has tech actually stagnated a fair bit? Like, has it topped out in a lot of areas already? Is it not actually advancing that much faster? I don't know if that's actually a plot point. I doubt it. But there is part of me that goes like, oh, interesting. But Morrow's becoming a really fascinating character. Like, I really love the very kind of offhanded explanation for why he's really zeroing in on the idea of getting, the alien samples back. I've been gone for 65 years. Everyone I care about is dead. This is all I have. This was the mission I was given. It's gone sideways. Fixing it is kind of the only thing I have going for me right now. Let me do it. That's like, it's not quite nihilistic, but it's there's a doom sense to that, and it's kind of sad in a way that, again, really interesting. Like it's starting to tap into the ideas that I was hoping Noah Hawley was going to bring to this property. So between that and like I forget which one it is. I'll learn the names eventually, but whatever one like talked to the boy genius and And I was like, is Wendy your favorite? Like, well, I'm better. I think she just cares about her stupid brother, which again is this interesting mix of like intelligent because like she learned French in a week and is kind of showing off and clearly very high intellect, but at the same time, this is such petty, jealous kid nonsense. And that mix of intelligent but childlike, I'm really fascinated by the way that they're balancing this stuff right now. Yeah, I'm digging the heck out of this. And Timothy Oliphant's characters, he's growing on me. I was kind of put off just because I think like the eyebrows look so bad on him. Like it's just not a good look. But I'm starting to dig him more and more. The more we see of him, I'm like, yeah. Just when he shoves the head of Prodigy out, and he's like, "You're organic. That thing's a parasite. Just stay out." And I'm really, really curious where it's going to go. Partially because, like, okay, the things have crash landed on Earth. We had a xenomorph. It's dead now. There aren't aliens running loose across the planet. We did the stuff that you would innately expect the show to do from the pitch. The kinds of aliens that are in an alien movie end up on Earth. They've shown up. They've killed people. They've, caused a whole mess. But now they're captured and contained. Not that I expect them to stay that way, but we're 3 episodes into an 8-episode season. What do we do now? What story do we tell now that we've already done the alien rampages and kills people? That's what I've been really curious about. That's what I've been really excited for. Once we've sort of cleared the hump of the obvious thing that the show has to do because everybody expects it, is like, okay, that's done now. Now it can do something else. Now it can surprise us. And while it hasn't fully surprised me yet, I am sinking more into this setting and these characters. I am shockingly engaged by these kids. Like these kid adult hybrid things. Like whatever you want to consider them, they are fascinating and shockingly compelling. Because I feel like oftentimes, ideas that I've seen like kind of like this end up being very underdeveloped characters. Like the characterization doesn't make a ton of sense. It doesn't quite follow the pitch or concept of the characters. Like, no, actually it makes sense based off what we know about them, how they're behaving. They don't all behave the same. They are unique in the way that they act and behave and are reacting to their own existence, much less what's going on around them. I'm like, I'm really drawn in with this lot. This is exciting. I don't know what happens next. And that's the best feeling. Alien Earth, episode 3. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited for what happens next. I'm excited to see what episode 4 is. I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to be amazing. It is possible it could get lost in the in sort of the whirlpool of its own existential ideas and just kind of circle the drain, gazing in its own belly button. I like to think better of Noah Hawley than that, but like it's possible. There are ways this could go off the rails, but so far it's sticking to some dang interesting rails. What'd you think of this one? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and enables me to do this as my living. Even if you can't help me out that way, like, share, subscribe. Those all help as well, but don't worry too much about it. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so you can just come on back next time you need a break. And now to thank my highest supporting patrons: Robin Moore, Jared Boyce, Zubin Fulla, Auntie Kate 808, Mira G, Angry Casperl, Dave Hall, Movie Turtle, Oliver B, Sean Miller, Welsh Wrestling Geeks, Melissa Pedersen, Mary Mello, Becky Sparks, Loki Eris, Tracy Scrabbit, Pal Barabajoggle, and Sir Didymus is my favorite. Don't worry, the rats are all fine, but my rat wrangler is not here right now, and I thought we could have Archie say hi. Or not.